Hey y'all, hey, and welcome to another session of Meditations with Marigny. So, good morning, and today is December the 1st. You guys, we are almost at the end of the year. So I just wanted to come on and say that if you have enjoyed my videos, I think I've now been doing my YouTube channel for about 8-9 months. I have to look to see. I think I started in March. But today is December the 1st, and I am like all in the happy Christmas mode. My school is doing I see something up here. My school is doing a like month of cheerfulness, things like that. And so I'm trying to figure out how I can fit in. So today was like candy stripes. This was as close as I could get. Anybody that knows, you know I got plenty of pink in my closet. But I don't have a lot of red. But I put together something that I thought was pretty cute. So I have on a red sweater and a white little camisole and a red skirt and or burgundy skirt and what do you call it? Some white boots. So I'm trying to be kind of Christmassy since it's the Christmas season. But I wanted to come on and I wanted to loop back on a conversation that I had on yesterday, or a video that I did that was talking about the traits of a nurturing woman. And I wanted to kind of capitalize on that again, just in my thought process this morning of something that I thought about. So I was fixing my lunch. I went in last night and I did fix my lunch. I was preparing something so I would have it for today. And then I knew I wanted to get breakfast this morning. And in the process of preparing my own lunch, I was thinking about one of my students. I have a particular student that sometimes when he gets to school, he might get there late. And when he does, he misses breakfast. And one of the things that I typically do is I keep like some crackers, or I will keep like a yogurt or some fruit or something like that. I'm usually always have something, because with teachers, most people don't know, like a lot of times we don't get to sit down and eat a traditional lunch like everybody else. Many teachers will go all day and they haven't eaten anything. And so this particular young man, when he comes in and he doesn't get breakfast, he's really kind of cranky, like he's agitated and things of that sort. So I will always make sure that like I have some crackers or something and I try to feed him. And one of the students said, man, I need to be late every day, because when he comes, you give him crackers and he gets to get your yogurt and you give him your fruit, and then you even give him a juice box. And so the student recognized that I cared enough to make sure that that other student was always taken care of. And out of the mouth of babes, children notice just like we notice in our relationships. And I'm saying that because you guys know, to nurture someone, you have to be willing to give. Last night I was on a panel for a Zoom call that was talking about relationships. And one of the things that I pointed out in my difference in some of the other panelists is that they were kind of talking about what they want. I want this, I want that, I want this, I want that. And so I said that marriage is about servanthood. It is about serving your partner. And one of the things that I talked about is I like to look how my man likes for me to look. If it's my husband, I want to wear what he likes for me to wear. I want to wear what is pleasing to his eyes. So when he say, baby, I like you in those jeans, I'm going to buy 2 or 3 pair of those. If he say, I really like it when, your hair is fixed this way, I like to wear my hair that way because I know that he enjoys watching me in that element. And what I'm saying is, and the panelists, one of the panelists and I are pretty close. And I said, we are like night and day, because the way that she thinks about it is she's always thinking about it from her first point of view. I'm going to always think about it from a him first point of view. And so we were talking about the fact of being a wife and not being a wife. And, going back to my channel, you guys, and looking at what complements a woman and or a man that makes them wife and or husband material, it is the elements of who they are at their core. At my core, I like to please the people that are around me. And when I say please, it's not that I am like a do girl or anything like that. It is the fact that I gain joy from seeing the joy on the people's faces around me. I get joy from seeing them laugh. I get joy from seeing them wait, what's going on? I get joy from seeing them man, y'all, I'm sorry. It looks like they working on the road or something right here where I need to go. I get joy from seeing them have a good time and enjoy themselves. And so there is something about the complementary component to watching my family be happy. There's something about the complementary component of my husband being pleased. And so you have to just look at what your personality trait is. One of the things that I said based upon us being on this panel is that marriage is about servanthood. So perhaps you may not want to get married because I hear too much me, my, I in this situation, versus in a marriage component, it is going to be more of them, us, and we. And so for those of you that are vetting people for marriage, and especially men, you know, men have a real bad habit of, and I said this on the panel last night, men have a real bad habit of seeing what they like with their eyes, and then they try to drag that over into the relationship component. In other words, they'll see somebody that looks really good, and because he likes her, she's pleasing to his eye, he will then try to make her into a wife when she has no desire, she has no core values that make her that. Now, does that mean that everybody that doesn't have those core values can't have them at some point or can't gain that knowledge? No. But what it does mean is that she has to have the desire down inside of her already that makes her want that component in her life. If she doesn't have that desire, as me and the other young lady that was on the panel was talking, if she doesn't have that desire, then it doesn't matter what he does, she is not going to be able to meet that expectation, because that's not something that's down on the inside. Oh, sorry. That's down on the inside of her that she really wants to do. And so when we start talking about marriage, relationships, and I did a declaration. I told my family Thanksgiving Day, I said, this is the last day I'm coming to Thanksgiving single. It is. That was the last Thanksgiving that I will be at my family's event by myself, for sure. And so I know that that's because I desire to be a wife. Now, that doesn't mean that I'm going to move quickly about those things, but it does mean that I'm moving intentionally and I am moving strategically into that position. And the more that I have entered into this dating realm, to be honest with you, the more it has opened up that component with me. So I'm really enjoying this journey. And just remember that you want to make sure that you look for the traits of a nurturing woman if you are looking for a woman that will be a wife to you. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, I'd love for you to click like. I'd love for you to share it with a friend. And I would love for you to subscribe. You guys have an awesome day. Bye.